A man thought about and contrasted friendships when asked why he didn't have any close pals, pointing out that there are many fakes out there to a valuable and rare diamond. He pondered that, following a string of errors, one begins to believe that there are no more real diamonds, all of which are fakes. Joining the discourse, a second man said that a true friend is a treasure that should be treasured, and appreciated, yet lamented the rarity of discovering friends who are genuinely devoted and priceless. When asked if he preferred to be alone, whether he liked to travel alone, dine alone, in response, he said he didn't enjoy being by himself and cutting himself off from other people. Actually, he basically made the decision to stop making new friends in order to prevent getting let down again by individuals. Far from the frequented routes, in a serene clearing, stood a stately oak tree. It provided shade and cover with its thick leaves and strong branches. During his forays into the forest, a boy who was naturally curious about everything found the oak. He was soon captivated by the tree and began climbing its branches, reading in its shade, and conversing with it as though it were a reliable friend. The oak, for its part, found renewal in the boy's companionship. It looked forward to his visits, which brought happiness and laughter into its days. Still, the boy's visits dwindled as he grew older. The oak grew more and more alone as he made new acquaintances and took up new interests. The youngster, who was now a young man, showed up one day looking dejected. He confided in the oak about his financial difficulties and his desire for money to fulfill his aspirations. Willing to lend a hand, the oak advised the young guy to gather and market its acorns. The young man reluctantly agreed to the offer and said he would be back shortly. Months grew into years as days continued to pass. The young man never came back, and the oak was abandoned and lonely without the companionship it is truly treasured. Years later, the now grown young guy finally made his way back to the clearing. Weary and dejected, he bemoaned the fact that his life had not turned out the way he had imagined. The oak tree felt sorry for the man, even though it was painful to be abandoned. It gave the man access to its sturdy branches so he could construct a home and start over. After building his house and accepting the offer, the man forgot about the oak once more. Years later, the old and lonely man wanted to travel and experience life. He immediately chopped down the oak's trunk to make a boat, leaving what still there was his old pal. The oak tree, reduced to a mere stump, stood motionless and utterly silent. Gradually, a fresh shoot appeared, flourished, and matured into a sturdy oak, bearing witness to the unwavering of existence. The new oak was learning when a new child came up to it and asked to be its friend. From the tale of its forerunner, it relished life, yet protected its heart from the heartbreak of broken promises. Every cynic contains a disappointed optimist who understands that maybe, just maybe they were someone's oak that day. Be patient with someone you know who lacks friends and doesn't trust people. Them. It's not to say that they're evil. Maybe you've been an ox for too long and have given up on sincere friendships. This demonstrates that there are several reasons to distrust people, yet that anyone can act as an agent of transformation. You can be a sincere friend who shows others how to be a real friend, an oak with bounds. Buddy. With time, the child's persistence and care helped the oak to regain its trust. She learned that friendship was a strong tie that could, despite its occasional complexity, provide happiness and purpose to her existence. Hope blossomed in the tree's heart as the bond between the boy and the tree grew. There was renewed trust. This shows that one can still discover sincere love despite setbacks and pessimism. Relationships with other people. The folklore around the oak tree in the town served as a reminder to everybody that, regardless, be it disappointments or skepticism, genuine and enduring friendship has the power to change. These are some amazing realizations on the advantages of friendship and social interactions. For the sake of our well-being, close friendships become an essential source of support by lowering stress. The impact of having someone you can confide in and talk to about your troubles might be greatly reduced by tension. Additionally, social interactions cause the release of chemicals such as oxytocin, which not only lessen tension but also encourage serenity. Friendships contribute to emotional well-being by providing solace and happiness at pleasant times and assistance during difficult circumstances. Strong friendships are associated with higher levels of happiness and an improvement in mental health. Positive social ties have been demonstrated to improve immunity by strengthening the body's protections. Strong relationship maintainers have better immunological responses, which means they are more equipped to fend off infections and recuperate faster. Social ties also have an impact on longevity. Research suggests that those who have robust social connections typically lead longer lives. Longevity is associated with having strong friendships and an active social network, and positive connections can be just as good as giving up smoking or continuing to a consistent workout regimen. Moreover, the value of social connections goes beyond lowering depression risk. Individuals who maintain strong social ties are less likely to experience depression, and if they do, the symptoms are typically milder. In order to overcome depression and other mental health issues, social support is essential. Strong friendships provide a sense of community and boost self-esteem as well. And approval. Individuals who have close friends typically possess greater confidence and self-worth. Friends can give encouraging remarks and support in developing a positive self-image. Strong friendships are also linked to positive lifestyle choices. Having friends that lead active lifestyles, eat healthily, and exercise can impact the way we live. In the end, strong friendships play a critical role in forming our emotional resilience. Having friends that support us emotionally during difficult times increases our capacity to face challenges and overcome obstacles. In addition to being enjoyable, friendships and social contacts are crucial for our general well-being and health. Maintaining and cultivating strong social ties is considered one of the most important wise investments in our bodily and mental well-being, a perspective consistent with the teachings of the Stoics that a good life requires both inner virtue and wisdom. Empathy is essential in this situation. The capacity to put oneself in others' shoes is implied by this ability to comprehend and share their feelings. In the shoes of another, appreciating their feelings, opinions, and experiences, which reinforces, strengthens interpersonal ties, and creates emotional ties. When we feel understood, we are more likely to be vulnerable and trusting. Additionally essential to successfully settling disputes is empathy, which enables us to comprehend others' thoughts and feelings, making it easier to find solutions that will please all parties. Additionally, empathy promotes tolerance by helping us to comprehend the perspectives and experiences of others, fostering more tolerance for variety and respect for social, religious, and cultural distinctions. It enables us to provide sincere emotional support, exhibiting comprehension and consideration for others' sentiments, fostering an atmosphere in which people are appreciated and supported. Conversely, human connection entails having a sense of intimacy and belonging in our interpersonal relationships. Partnerships, which include sincere and meaningful exchanges and are essential to our mental health. Individuals who feel this connection are typically happy and less prone to sadness, and have increased life satisfaction. Moreover, significant interpersonal connections reduce cortisol and serve as a stress reduction barrier. Levels, the hormone associated with stress. Human connection and compassion improve the capacity to overcome hardships, enabling people to overcome emotional obstacles and take on difficult tasks. Additionally, these connections support, encourage, and motivate people as they grow personally. Growth. Individuals who have a sense of interconnectedness are more likely to venture out and follow their own goals. Strong social ties can also be a significant element, according to study. To a longer life, indicating that people who have close social connections typically live longer lifespan. One of the most important factors in the process of developing a long and robust life. In light of this, developing empathy and looking for deep human connections are essential components for creating fulfilling relationships. These abilities improve our life and help us become more understanding, accepting, and unified localities. Our interactions with one another have changed significantly in the digital age. Another, having a significant impact on the core of our social ties and friendships. The following information sheds light on social dynamics in the digital age. Digital connections. People may now connect through social media thanks to technology, media, and messaging applications. This has led to the emergence of online friendships, where people can create meaningful connections, ignoring the obstacles posed by physical distance. Virtual social networks. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other apps have completely changed the manner in which we speak with friends and family. We are able to share images, thoughts, and moments from our everyday lives on these platforms, keeping an extraordinary and ongoing relationship. However, social media has also raised issues with personal and privacy. Exposure. Overly personal information shared online can affect how we communicate and exchange private information with one another. Instant messaging apps. Communication has changed as a result of platforms like WhatsApp, Messenger, and Snapchat, facilitating instantaneous communication and the sharing of images and videos, fostering a feeling of closeness, even at great distances. Online professional connections. The networking industry has been transformed by sites like LinkedIn, allowing doors to open for career advancement, partnerships, and new employment prospects. Virtual groups. As technology has advanced, online communities have also emerged, where individuals may congregate and exchange knowledge, creating organizations based on shared interests, assistance to forums for debate on particular subjects. Paying attention to mental health. Social media has been essential in increasing awareness of this issue, of mental health, giving people a forum to talk about their problems and look for help. Despite the advantages of digital connectedness, there are still difficulties in the technological age, such as social anxiety and cyberbullying have emerged. Constant comparison and the pressure to be active online can be detrimental to one's self-image, as well as psychological health. Seneca said something that is crucial to keep in mind. It's not that we have a short time, but that we suffer great loss. This emphasizes the necessity of using digital connectivity sensibly and sparingly. In a time where interactions formed online are commonplace, we need to work to uphold striking a balance between in-person and virtual interactions, fostering positive and fulfilling connections, both virtual and real. In the midst of the crisis of loneliness, in spite of digital hyperconnectivity, many people feel a feeling of isolation. As a result, people are now more conscious of the value of social ties, and the attempts to address the challenge of isolation are beginning to emerge. An intense feeling of loneliness is what defines loneliness, which is becoming more and more common in modern life. Of desertion and insufficient meaningful contacts, especially in this age of extreme connectivity. Many suffer from extreme loneliness, which can be caused by a variety of things, including decreased social connection as a result of fewer in-person encounters, especially among younger generations. Social skills are being impacted by their immersion in technology. In many cases, virtual connections fall short of the real thing when it comes to communication. And further obstacle is the shame and stigma associated with loneliness. Many find it difficult to acknowledge that they are lonely, which makes it challenging to ask for help or support. With its hectic schedules and extended work hours, the modern lifestyle frequently allows little time for leisure, keeping them in a routine that prevents them from making genuine connections. Loneliness is also influenced by aging and the emotion of loss, as the elderly frequently experience this emotion as a result of losing loved ones and seeing a reduction in social relations as one ages. Shifts in the makeup of families, such as the rise in the number of single persons or those who live far apart. Families can also contribute to isolation, particularly during difficult emotional times. We can consider the notion that even if we have no influence over outside events, we are in charge of how we see things and respond to them. In this situation, acknowledging and embracing loneliness, as well as actively looking for real and developing deep friendships, can be a worthwhile endeavor. Stoic philosophy exhorts us to recognize the worth of contentment within ourselves, and to find of our relationships is determined by their depth and quality rather than their number. Because social networks encourage social comparisons, they can exacerbate feelings of loneliness. Sometimes many see happy connections made by others online and feel alone. There are several detrimental effects of loneliness, such as sadness, anxiety, and additional mental health conditions. Additionally, those who are lonely are more likely to experience mental health issues, as well as dealing with physical health problems like weight gain, heart disease, and shortened life expectancy. Additionally, loneliness can affect memory and cognitive function, particularly in the elderly. Because lonely people are less likely to seek out social support, it can lead to a vicious cycle of social isolation. The companionship of others. It is crucial to increase awareness of the issue and provide education in order to address this loneliness pandemic. Concerning its effects, promoting the development of neighborhood living arrangements, social events, and communities can help in bringing individuals together. Furthermore, offering therapeutic and emotional support to individuals experiencing loneliness can assist them in finding methods to connect with people and processing their emotions. Engaging in social and community activities on a regular basis can help people to sense their place in something bigger than themselves. Taking on loneliness is a difficult task that calls for a methodical and comprehensive strategy. This entails fostering social ties while also lessening the stigma attached to loneliness, making it acceptable for people to ask for assistance and support in the struggle against isolation in local communities everywhere. Developing friendships is essential. Studies reveal that senior citizens who lead vibrant social lives and are surrounded by close ties possess a higher standard of living and a longer lifespan. In actuality, friendships are essential to mental and emotional well-being as we age, offering important assistance. Enduring connections are invaluable assets that come into our lives at various existence. These relationships not only provide joy and emotional support, but they also have a substantial influence on our bodily and mental well-being. It's critical to acknowledge that loneliness is a reality and look for practical ways to get around it. According to Stoic philosophy, we should concentrate on what we can manage, such as in this instance, making a conscious effort to establish and preserve deep relationships. It also exhorts us to seek fulfillment inside ourselves, as opposed to relying only on other people to make them happy. Examining friendships throughout the course of a lifetime, starting in childhood and adolescence, we see that the development of social and emotional abilities depends on certain stages. Friends from childhood and adolescence frequently go on adventures together and serve as foundations of trust, establishing the basis for upcoming partnerships. Youth friendships become more varied. While some friends may share interests in the same activities as you at work, others may not. These ties sustain us during times of considerable change and aid in forming our social identities. Shift. Mature friendships frequently center on shared interests, family, and careers. These buddies are invaluable because they offer both practical and emotional support during trying times, while enduring connections acquire a unique depth. Friendships are still essential for maintaining emotional health as one ages. After retirement and the death of a loved one, friends can become an invaluable support system, supplying a feeling of direction and continuity. There is no denying the importance of friendships for mental health throughout life. Individuals who have close friendships are less prone to experience loneliness and sadness. Regular social engagement promotes emotional health. Close connections offer a secure space for emotional expression, reducing tension and boosting confidence. Old acquaintances can be a vital source of comfort and support during trying times, as well as company. Research also reveals that those with strong social bonds likely to have increased longevity and a higher standard of living. Strong friendships provide opportunities for learning, acceptance, and personal development, which enriches personal growth. Over time, friendships must endure because of openness, sincerity, and compassion. Conversation, creating a mutually supportive and understanding atmosphere. Even with hectic schedules, friendship preservation requires quality time spent together. Of these connections. Furthermore, since humans change over time, the capacity for adaptation is essential. As is understanding maintaining these friendships requires that friends, situations, and personalities change. Lifelong friendships enhance our experiences and provide as a foundation for emotional support and well-being. By providing happiness, solace, and a deep sense of community at each step of existence. A person's value is not determined by the quantity of friends they have, since the quality of a relationship matters more than its quantity. It is far more important to have a close-knit group of true pals than possessing a long list of unimportant acquaintances. Intimate and deep connections offer a safe space to communicate difficult feelings, anxieties, and genuine delights, fostering a feeling of community and the genuine expression of oneself. Sustaining quality across several relationships can be difficult. Genuine and long-lasting emotional and practical assistance is found in the closest friendships, making a significant difference at difficult times. Since social masks are frequently worn in bigger groups, honesty and transparency are essential to conceal genuine emotions and ideas. People can be authentic in high-quality relationships, which promotes emotional development and understanding amongst people. This setting encourages lifetime learning and ongoing education, creating opportunities for both personal and professional growth. Developing new abilities and knowledge might result in rewarding experiences and new vocations. It's imperative to leave your comfort zone and face obstacles, worries, and uncertainties. Results in a profound self-discovery journey. These encounters foster authenticity and self-worth. Additionally, cultivating empathy is essential, as is attempting to comprehend and communicate with others from distinct backgrounds, viewpoints, and cultures. This promotes tolerance and respect by fostering the growth of empathy. We can consider how crucial it is to build moral and respectful relationships. As the Stoics held, meaningful and profound connections are a necessary component of a complete and a fulfilling life. These sincere and empathetic connections not only make life better, but also match with the Stoic quest for knowledge and health. To find genuine connections, it is therefore essential to prioritize quality above quantity, encouraging genuinely meaningful and long-lasting connections. Understanding relationships, friendship and romantic, is an important source of emotional growth. Competencies such as mutual assistance, dispute resolution, and effective communication support are refined in close partnerships. Everyday obstacles present chances to develop problem-solving abilities. Overcoming everyday challenges improves our capacity for original problem-solving. Encounters with variety, engaging with individuals of different backgrounds, ideologies, and experiences deepen the respect for variety and promote tolerance. Taking an honest and upbeat stance towards these encounters not only increases our understanding and abilities, but it also feeds our hearts and souls. It's crucial to practice self-care. Self-care is a profound act of love for oneself and is necessary to sustain emotional as well as bodily equilibrium. It's critical to pay attention to your body's and mind's signals, treating yourself as an act of affection and a need for oneself. These are the final words of wisdom from our video. Please share your thoughts about them in the comments section. Don't forget to turn on the notifications and subscribe to our channel. We urge you to keep going, since Stoicism has many insightful insights for everyday living. Investigating this theory, we would also appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. My best wishes to all of you with the Creator.